Losing is what got us here. None of us feel good about it. This is, where we are. You are what your record is. You are what has happened, recently. But things can change quickly. Once we.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, losing is what got the Nuggets here. And yeah, they were chicken nuggets tonight because the Knicks ate them up. The Knicks ate them up, man.
They ain't play with their food tonight.
They sure didn't. They sure didn't. NYC the Don said, the Nuggets on the screen are making me hungry. I ain't gonna front. It's making me hungry too. And they look good. I might even run to McDonald's after this joint. Get a fish fillet sandwich and some nuggets.
And that's a rarity for you.
Yeah, for real. I like Wendy's nuggets better, for real. But before we get into it, Tony, man, what's popping? Any just thoughts about tonight's game?
Man, do we have the Nuggets number?
Yeah, we probably got the Nuggets number.
I mean, we undefeated against them last year, only team to do that, and came in and dominated them.
Yeah. So, all right. So let me ask you this: if it is that the Knicks have the Nuggets number, does it take away from it being like a statement win, a signature win?
The reason I say no is because you gotta credit Tibbs more than anything. You know what I mean? Tibbs, like they said earlier in the post game, or DiVincenzo said, he has them prepared. You know what I mean? Like, we came in here against arguably the best center in the league with our two best centers out.
Yeah. Yeah.
What does that say? They was prepared.
They was prepared. I mean, that's what you've always heard about a Tibbs team, man. They're prepared. Matter of fact, they said it in the Knicks presser. They said Jericho Sims and Precious just look prepared. So that's definitely coaching. When a team is prepared and mentally prepared, that's coaching.
And it's not just the center. Like that's, again, going back to Tibbs' interview. Every man, all 15 guys, because it's not like, oh, this is a anomaly with the centers. This has happened. No matter who goes down, no matter who's get traded, no matter who's missing this game, somebody is stepping up.
Right.
Somebody has been prepared mentally, physically, and they ready to come in and contribute.
Right. Yeah. I mean, yeah, that's coaching. Kudos to the coaching staff. Kudos to the assistant coaches, right? Because that's everybody. You know what I'm saying? That's literally, everybody plays a part in making sure that the team is prepared, mentally ready to go in every game that you step into.
Yep. Scouts, the advanced scouts that watched the Nuggets play their last two games.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And came in with some information. Everybody, yeah.
Yeah, everybody plays a big part in that, man. No doubt. Let's go ahead and get this thing on the road. The THE, the said straight up disrespectful to play like that in the Garden. Shake my head. Please don't get demolished by Philly on Saturday. Do they play Philly in Philly, or do they play Philly?
I think this is the last of the home stretch or the road games. So
right.
I would think they're at home.
They're at home. You know, that had to be that's a long plane ride home. You know what I'm saying? That's a super long plane ride home to lose like that. Yeah, I don't know what
and
Mike Malone said to him, but
and it put some salt. Like if it was a close game, you know what I mean? They lose at the buzzer or whatever the case. I think you still go on that ride thinking about, all right, we won the road trip. You know what I mean? It was a
right,
success road trip.
right.
You lose like this. I don't know if you even thinking about the record on the trip. You know
On
what I
the trip.
mean? You
Yeah,
thinking about this game in particular.
right. You're like, damn, we got
We got
smacked.
some stuff to clean up.
Yep. Or you know, I think they know they wasn't ready for the way the Knicks just came out with that kind of heat. The Knicks came out with some heat tonight. You know, and they just wasn't ready to play that kind of heat. They didn't expect that the Knicks was gonna come out with that kind of heat. You know what I mean? And that's what the Knicks did. GOAT said this game from the start looked rough. The Nuggets didn't come ready to play against the Knicks defense. They came out at 100. My question to you about the Knicks, Greg said they are they all drinking Hennessy on that flight. I bet you they are. All of them like, man, you know, I need to get home to some home cooking because that was rough. My
They're gonna
question to you
get
is,
home drunk.
can the Knicks continue to play? Can they come out every game at that level? I mean, obviously, you know, the Knicks are at a nice homestand right now. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, they're home with family. They're not traveling. Um, you know, all of that takes a toll on you. There's no doubt about it, right? So there's going to be some games where you know they're playing, you know, where they've been on a long road trip, and it may look like they come out like that. They get smacked like that. You know what I'm saying? But can the Knicks, for the most part, come out at 100 all the time? I mean, I think they're gonna against Miami.
I think they are against Miami. I think they are gonna, they're gonna take this as a roadmap or as a blueprint. You know what I mean? I mean, and it's not like this is new. It's not like Tibbs said anything new. I think what it is guys are really just bought in. They really are believing the philosophy. They're believing the work. They you know what I mean? They're trusting the work. And they're seeing results. And now it's like, how can we doubt any of this? We gotta stay mentally focused. What Julius did the other night, blinders on. You know what I mean? Like they got tunnel vision. You know what I
Right,
mean? They gotta keep their eyes on the prize and keep doing the same steps, the same things repetitive
right,
that's getting them through these, you know what I mean, through these games.
right. Yeah, make me feel like the Knicks feeling like we can win this. You know what I'm saying?
We
We
need a
don't
statement win against Boston. That's all we need
need that.
left. You know what I mean? I
Need that.
mean, we need Miami first. You know what I mean? We ain't skipping
I mean,
steps. But
we did beat Miami earlier in the season.
no, I know. I just mean they the next game. I'm not
Oh,
overlooking.
right. Yeah, I
You
see.
know what I mean?
Yeah,
Can't overlook nobody.
right.
But
Because you know, Miami's like they understand how the Knicks play defense, right? Like they get it. Not with OG now, it's different, right? So they may not be ready for the OG defense, but I think they know how hard the Knicks play. They know, you know, what they're gonna be up against coming out to play against the Knicks. So, you know, I don't Miami's not gonna take the Knicks. I'm not saying that Denver took the Knicks lightly, but Miami's gonna make sure no matter what they're going through, we got to come out and ball because we know these dudes are coming out the bang.
and I feel like I've always felt like it's a mirror match with them.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? But we got better. We got better since
better.
the last time they seen us.
Yeah, we got better. You know what I'm saying? Now they added Terry Rozier. I know we're gonna get back to the Nuggets. They added Terry Rozier How much better does that make Miami?
I think he's another piece for them. I don't think I don't really think he moves the needle. If anything, he helps with what they lost from last year, because they lost a lot of pieces from last year. You know what I mean? So I think if anything, he brings them closer to making up for what they've lost and Gabe Vincent and Strus. But does he make them better than they were with those two guys? I don't think so.
Yeah. I don't think so either. I don't know. I don't know. Let's see. Boom. I hate lazy, uninspired bullshit basketball. I guess that's how they feel the Nuggets. The Nuggets played tonight.
Tell them how you really feel, Clay.
You know what I'm saying? That's how they feel. Now they also feel that MPG is stiff, lazy, and overpaid. A lot of hate from the Nuggets fans for Michael Porter Jr.
Mad adjectives.
What do you think about Porter Jr.?
I think if he's stiff, it's probably due to it's not like intentional. You know what I mean? Like back injuries will probably make you a little less mobile than the average, basketball player.
Right.
Overpaid, I agree. And I'm not gonna call him lazy. I don't think I think the laziness is probably due to the stiffness, so it looks lazy.
Right.
You know what I mean? But overpaid, I agree. And they didn't. We was just talking about it a little while ago. They didn't hesitate to give him that bag.
Yeah. They didn't hesitate. They should have waited a little bit. I mean, I know they wanted to get him. It's his rookie extension, right? They wanted to get his rookie extension and all of that, but they at least had a little bit of time. You know what I mean? I mean, the thing about him, you had to figure that he was never probably not going to be able to live up to that potential. You know what I mean? And I don't know exactly what he's doing right now, but either he wasn't going to live up to the potential or he was always going to be hurt. And he was going to suffer a lot of injuries. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if you're the Nuggets, you had to figure that was going to be the case with Michael Porter Jr. You know, this guy, who that at who fake, whatever, said, hope we trade MPJ, get Bruce Brown, a good rookie, and a pick.
They just had Bruce Brown.
Right. I guess they want Bruce Brown back. Or maybe some of them feel like, I didn't see it too much in there, but maybe some of them feel like Bruce Brown is a piece that they're missing. Like,
Mm.
like that defensive glue guy. That
I
glue
can see
guy
that.
brings the edge. You know what I mean?
I can see that because I think they let Brown go for the other Brown, the white Brown, spelt different. But he's still young. I don't, you know what I mean? I don't think he did have a breakout playoff run where I feel like they did the same thing with Brown, the one they kept, that they did with Porter. You know what I mean? They kind of kept him, solidified him too soon. But these guys are still young. They're not who they're gonna. Bruce Brown, on the other hand, he's a veteran. You know what I mean? Like, and he knows what it takes to sacrifice and do what it takes to win. impact winning, like whatever it is. So it might be scoring this night, it might be rebounding this night, it might be defense this night. You know what I mean? Like he understands the multifacetedness of what it takes to win. The young Brown, the one they kept, I think he's a good, tough young player, but I don't think he's found his coming to his own yet.
Yeah. Greg said the Knicks passed out here for Knox. Laughing emojis.
We talked about that a little while ago.
Would you? I mean, obviously, in retrospect, anybody would say, "Yeah, I'm taking it. You know, I'm taking my Michael Porter Jr. over Knox." You know, but would this team right now be the same if the Knicks had taken Michael Porter Jr.?
I'll give you one. I got a better question. Would you take Knox right now at a vet minimum, or Michael Porter Jr. right now at his salary?
I'd take Knox at a vet minimum right now, rather than MPJ at his salary and be stuck with that salary. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Even though Kevin Knox, like, where is Kevin Knox right now? Portland?
Detroit, I think. I think he's in Detroit.
It's crazy. That dude got talent. Kevin Knox has talent. It's never flourished in the league, man. It's wild. It's wild. You know what I mean? Because that dude really does have talent, but I guess he just don't got the drive. Some players don't have the drive. He's one of them, I guess. Doesn't have the drive. I mean, you know, he's had a couple of games in the league, but yeah, he's in Detroit. Still 24 years old, but at this point, you figure he ain't, you know, he's gonna be at averaging 7 points per game for his career or something. Maybe as a year, he gets a little bit higher than that when he figures some things out. I don't know.
Look, Sam.
Yeah, I know. We see it.
He says, "It'd take Michael Porter Jr. all day. Wish you would have drafted him, but you ain't answer the question."
Right. He didn't answer the question. He didn't answer the question. And I can guarantee this. If the Knicks would have drafted Michael Porter Jr., Josh would have been like, man, what is the front office? Obviously, it's a different front office, right? Yeah, it was a different front office. That was what you call it, them Scott Perry and the other dude. But Josh would have been like, I can't believe this front office. All these guys they could have drafted, and they drafted one with a back problem. What are they doing? What are they thinking about? I can guarantee it. All Knicks fans, I would have been complaining. I would have had the same complaint. You know what I'm saying? Same exact complaint. Now, this dude is saying it's crazy how y'all love MPJ a couple of games ago when he was 7 for 11 from 3. Keep this same energy the next time he goes off.
True fan.
Yeah.
That's not a flip flopper.
That's how it always is. You know what I mean? You know, Michael Porter Jr., 6'10", 218 pounds. I mean, he's giving you 16 points and 7 rebounds a game. It's not like he's not giving you any production whatsoever. So how much is he getting paid, though? Shooting 48% from the field, and he's shooting 40% from 3. I mean, let's see what his real salary is, though, right now. Because I forgot how much it was. I just remember
at the time.
Yeah, at the time, like, yo, they paid him like that?
I want to say he's getting 30 plus.
Yeah. Wow. He's making 33.3 this season, 35.8 next season, 38.3 in 25-26, and 40.8 in 26-27.
Yeah. That means it's just starting.
It's just starting.
Yeah, they extended him way early.
Way early. And this is, you know, that's like what they did with Ben Simmons. I don't know if he's gonna end up like Ben Simmons. If anything,
Mm.
it's gonna be injuries that hold his career down because he's definitely not living up to $33 million. You know what I'm saying? Now that's 16.7 rebounds a game. You're not living up to 33 million.
I wonder what they was thinking when they did it, and I don't mean that in like bashing them. I
Yeah,
wonder what their mindset was when they did it, because obviously when they did that, that means somebody else that's on that team they wasn't expecting to be there long term,
right.
whether that's Aaron Gordon or whatever the case. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
I mean, I think they thought that he was getting ready to like really explode to another level.
I wonder if they thought he was gonna be what Murray was, and I say was because as good as he is still, I don't think he's still reached where he was pre-injury.
You mean where Murray was? What do you mean Murray? I mean, what
Um, when
like
I say
yeah,
that, like
yeah, that's what I'm saying. What do you mean?
I think Murray was. I think Murray was on his way to superstardom, and I'm not saying he's not or can't, but I think the injury derailed that a little bit,
Okay.
and
Okay.
I don't think he's fully back to where he was pre-injury. So
Okay.
I'm wondering if they thought um Michael Porter Jr. was going to reach that level, a guy that could give you 40 points, you know what I mean, in 3 consecutive playoff
Right.
games. You know what I mean? Like, a g-
Right.
did they
So
think, or did they even think Michael Porter Jr. would end up better than Murray? That
I
if
think
that's
they
a better
figured he
question.
was the guy that he was gonna be the next guy to take the mantle and right and potentially be, you know, the leader, the best player on the team. That's what I'm thinking.
Mm.
You know, Josh
Yeah,
said think he's worth that. Um, I don't know.
without an injury, he's worth that
You know, that
100%.
you know, I just don't know. You know, I think he's always gonna have I mean, he's played 46 games this year. I think there's always gonna be some last year he only played 62. He hasn't played any more than 62 games in his career. I think there's always gonna be some issues with his back. 16.7 rebounds. I think you can get that in places
At half that salary, probably
half
less than
the salary.
half.
Yeah. You know, I think you can get that at half that salary. I mean,
Now, what you
I
can't,
mean,
I was just gonna say, what you can't get is his size and his shooting, or
right,
his shooting at his size.
right. Yeah. I mean, you know, that's definitely a thing. I mean, Josh, you was ready to take Ben Simmons for 30 something $1 million. So oh no. You know, he was, yeah, I do Ben Simmons right now. I'm telling you, he's the guy. He's not. You know, Michael Porter Jr. I think still has a chance, but I think they jumped the gun a little bit. They could have, you know, I think they jumped it just a little bit. I think they jumped it. But we'll see. I hope that he has, you know, a great career though. You know, I wouldn't be jumping that contract. And clearly Denver Nuggets fans don't think you know, they're not happy with that contract either. And I understand. You know what I mean? I understand. Uh What Hot said, OG is killing MPG, MPJ, killing him. I mean, OG was killing everybody. OG is doing his thing.
First time leading us in scoring, right?
First time leading the Knicks in scoring. OG is doing his thing, man. You know, he's you know, somebody in the last show said that they think, you know, OG's taking the Knicks and turned them into contenders, or you know, his addition has turned the Knicks into contenders. Not OG just by himself, but has turned the Knicks into contenders. Well, you know, time will tell. Time will tell. We still got some stuff to get through, you know, but you know, that's gotta be how much does that trade do you think? And we'll see what else Leon Rose can do. The Knicks added Dante DiVincenzo, right? Added OG Anunoby now. How close do you think Leon Rose would be for like executive of the year or whatever they call it?
Oh wow. Do they credit? You know what? They might get in the conversation for sure, especially if things keep trending the way they are. Obviously, I mean, I would love for us to keep a 11 or 8-2 pace for every 10 games as we move forward.
Yeah,
I mean, they got to be put in a conversation,
right.
and they may get the recognition before Tibbs gets another coach of the year conversation.
Yeah,
They may look at the front office before they look at Tibbs, to be honest.
right. Right.
Considering he got one already, you know what I mean?
Mhm. Yeah. We'll see. I mean, we'll see what they do at the trade deadline, but obviously it's going to be dependent on how the Knicks do continue to go. But picking up OG was obviously, everyone's looking at it like that was, nice move. Josh said Ben Simmons was an all-star and an all-NBA defense. Damn right I wanted him at the time. I don't think anyone expected him to do what he's doing now. To be honest with you, I never when I always felt like he needed to get that jump shot. When he didn't, I never thought that he was worth 35 to $40 million. And that's what he was getting paid. Even though he was an all-star, that don't mean that you're worth 35 or $40 million. He gets paid $40 million next year. Ben Simmons. And no, and then he said Sim wanted Alfred Payton. He wasn't getting paid $30 million. He wasn't getting paid $20 million. So there's a big difference there. You got to factor in the salary. If Ben
And,
Simmons was getting paid $10 million, I would have said, okay, let's make that move. 6'10"
and
guy
it wasn't
defend.
it wasn't about wanting Alfred Payton. We had Alfred Payton.
Exactly.
The problem that everybody hated about us was just acknowledging the value he brought rather
Exactly.
than just
Exactly.
harping on everything that he wasn't doing for us.
Exactly. Exactly. And that's what it was about. It wasn't that I said, no, he's got to be your starting point guard. He's taking you to the future. Nope. Nope. I was just like, listen, y'all got to give it up for him. He played some defense. He helped the Knicks get to the playoffs. Come on. Don't try to fake it, Josh.
And he
Don't try
said stop sticking up for you. Let me stick up for Josh in the sense that I also was contemplating Ben Simmons at the time. I will keep it 100. But
Mhm.
I was wrong.
Yeah. He said, even without the jump shot, Ben Simmons was worth that money. Clearly he wasn't. I can't even say that. He clearly wasn't. Wasn't worth that money. Hopefully, and pay Michael Porter Jr. will be worth that money. Hopefully. Uh, they said needed this for the trade deadline purposes, saying that they needed this blowout for trade deadline purposes. He said the bench, they think they're untouchable.
I mean, I will say this. The the NBA like reporting world have always raved about their depth.
Right.
You know what I mean? And so maybe I could see this second unit feeling safe, feeling comfortable. You know what I mean? Fresh off a championship. Why not? Why wouldn't you? You know what I mean? They let some guys go. If they kept you, that means they valued you. You know what I mean? And more, you know what I mean? Rather than the guys they let go. So I could see that. I could see why a fan would feel that way. They feel untouchable.
Yeah. Um,
Do you think this shakes anything up within that
This
organization?
loss? I don't think
Yeah,
so.
this loss.
No, I don't think so. I mean, when you look at the Denver Nuggets for all the years, like they had a bunch of years where, I mean, for the most part, had the same squad. Obviously, they've tinkered with it, you know, and changed a few things here and there, but like they've stuck with their main character of players, even when they weren't, when they were middle of the pack, let's say. They stuck with their main character of guys, and it wasn't like, you hear everybody always saying, "Oh, we're middle of the pack. We're not going anywhere. You rather be either at the bottom or at the top." They was like, "No, we building something." You know what I'm saying? And so I don't think they've been through blowouts, they've blown people out, so I don't think they panicked at all. You know what I'm saying? I think that they I think that they just stick with what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? I think they believe in themselves. They believe in their front office. I think they stick with what they're doing. Now, if they find some areas that they need to make changes or upgrades or whatever, then of course I think they'll do that.
Yeah, and as they should feel that way.
Yeah, they
Fresh,
should.
fresh off a championship. We
Right,
not. It's not like they. You know what I mean? Like let this year play out. You know what I mean? It's not like they just lost in the first round of the playoffs after the championship.
right,
You know what I mean? For all we know, they right back in the finals.
right. Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? And Mr. Nuggets fans, he said, for all the problems this squad has, we seem to forget we're 17 over 500 and half game out of first in the West. Wait, I don't know what exact problems they're saying that they have. Obviously, they watch the Nuggets every night, so they're gonna know exactly what those problems are. But they're now actually 16 games over 500, and they're a game and a half out of first place in the Western Conference. So the Nuggets are currently 31 and 15. I'm assuming maybe they're saying that they've lost six of their last. I mean, they're 6 and 10 in their last 6 and 4 in their last 10 games. I guess if they would have won this, they might have been 7 and 3 in their last 10 games. Who knows? But they're still third place in the Western Conference. And probably let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, probably sixth overall throughout the entire NBA. And look, you got to give it up to the Knicks because the Knicks right now, you know, Boston is 35 and 10, best team, best record in the league. Then you got Milwaukee, Oklahoma, and Denver, who are no, excuse me, Milwaukee and Oklahoma, who are 31 and 13, tied for second. And then you have Philadelphia, who's 29 and 14, who's let's say fourth place. And then after that is the Nuggets, then the Clippers, and then the Knicks.
Yeah, and we got quality win over the
Right.
Clippers, over the Nuggets, over
Yep.
Philly.
Yep. The Knicks have a top 10 record in the league right now because Cleveland is a half game behind us, but they're, excuse me, 26 and 16, while the Knicks are 28 and 17. So because the Knicks have two more wins, they're a half game above them. Um, Same thing with the the Clippers are 28 and 14. Philadelphia's 29 and 14. So, the same type of situation. But the Knicks are a top 10, have a top 10 record in the league right now. 2 games behind Philadelphia. The Knicks are 3.5 games behind Milwaukee. So
I forgot to mention the quality win against the Bucks.
yeah, yep. Quality win against the Bucks. I mean, they beat Philadelphia, they beat Cleveland. Obviously, Cleveland wasn't playing as well at the time. They beat Miami. No, they haven't beaten Orlando yet. They beat
Mm-mm.
Minnesota. They beat Denver now. They beat the Clippers. They beat Phoenix. They haven't beaten New Orleans. They lost to New Orleans. They beat Los Angeles Lakers.
And Clippers. Yeah.
Yep. So, good quality wins, man. We'll see if the Knicks can continue to get those type of wins. You know what I mean? Greg said OG gives us both in many different ways other than dunks and layups. I guess he was talking to Josh and, still defending his, Ben Simmons. Want to pay $40 million for a guy that doesn't want to shoot.
Josh, don't die on the hill, bro.
Yeah.
Just come down. Just come down.
Yeah, don't do that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm gonna tell you what, with Ben Simmons, after next season, he's gonna make a really nice player on somebody's roster. As long as he's out there playing, right? Because he might get, $10 million a year, $15 million a year, something like that. Expectations won't be there. They're just gonna know, all right, he ain't gonna shoot the rock. We're gonna use him as a defender, a distributor, you know what I'm saying, and figure out a way to make that work. Yeah, Josh is sipping haterade tonight. He said, yeah, listen, anytime when the Knicks lose, Josh comes on and he's feeling all good. He's like, I'm not worried about anything. Da, 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 blah, da, 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 da. Right? When the Knicks win in a big win, oh, this ain't no statement win. It's all about the playoffs. Can they beat them in a 7-game series? The ultimate contrarian. That's what he is. He loves it. It's the ultimate contrarian. You know what I mean? That's why he's the controversy. Ultimate contrarian. That's who he is. Oh man. Any other thoughts just about the game tonight?
I ain't gonna lie, man. I'm done celebrating. I'm happy we got our losers lounge in. I'm focused on Miami now.
Yeah.
But I got to celebrate, Josh. You know what I mean? Had my little sip. I'm good. I'm feeling good. But now it's time to focus on the next one.
Yeah, trying to go get that next one, man. I want to know what's going on with my schedule so I can figure out, what's happening. Miami, that's gonna be a banger of a game. It's gonna be a battle. Oh, hold up. He just emailed me. Let's see what he said. It's gonna be a battle. I mean, I'm thinking the Knicks. I'm predicting a win because I still feel like the Knicks have that little brother chip on their shoulder. You know what I'm saying? I still feel like they got that, huh?
Somebody's supporting Josh. He said, "Oh, it's Josh." He says Josh is right. That's all that matters. He got a supporter.
Yeah, he got a supporter. Hey Josh, you got a supporter out there. He said Josh is right. That's all that matters. You got a supporter out there, and in his mind, in that supporter's mind, you're right. I think only in that supporter's mind, but in that supporter's mind, you're right. You know what I mean? Josh said, "Did you hear Andy's gonna?" Yes, I'm excited about that. We're trying to get to go to a game. Andy's gonna be in New York in March. So we're trying to figure out what's going to be the best game to go to. I've been DMing back and forth with him so we can try to figure that thing out. I'm excited for that. Meet Andy in person.
Did you just break the news? Because I thought we was keeping it under wraps.
Oh, I mean, I think it's
It's out the bag. It's out. I didn't know.
I think it's already been out the bag. I think they, yeah, I think his family let him know and all of that. So I think it's out the bag. You know what I mean? Yeah, so I think that's dope. He said, I'm coming up for sure. He already got, that's dope. Yeah, we're going to make it happen. That's going to be fun, man. That's going to be dope. Andy flying over from Poland.
Yeah. International Andy in the States.
No doubt about it, man. That's going to be dope. It's going to be dope. Yeah, I'm just looking forward to this game on Saturday. It looks like we're not going to have a game. So, I'll be able to watch the game on the road and then get home and do the post-game show. So, yeah, that works. That works. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate your time, Tony. Anything you?
Yeah, man, we working our way towards 50 losers lounges this year. So
Yes, sir.
it's like it's looking more and more like a possibility. You know what I mean? I'm happy.
Yeah.
Let's keep this thing going, man. Salute to the chat. Yo, Black is
Oh,
time.
ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna get.
We monetizing again. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
monetized. So that's a great thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to go get me some nuggets.
You in the mood for nuggets? I don't know why. I think I might go get me some
I'm gonna
nuggets.
go get me some nuggets. Go get some nuggets with some sweet and sour sauce. You know what I'm saying? You know, probably get me a fish fillet sandwich with it too. I know it's late, but you know, freak it. The Knicks ate nuggets tonight. I'm gonna eat nuggets tonight.
Yeah. Matter of fact, I'm getting some spicy nuggets. I'm going all in.
There it
So.
is. Word up. Ladies and gentlemen, we're out of here. Peace.
Losing is what got us here. None of us feel good about it. This is, where we are. You are what your record is. You are what has happened, recently. But things can change quickly. Once we losing is what got us